I'm gonna ride my motorcycle and sled out in the wild and sleep in a tiny cabin alone. It's minus 29 degrees Celsius. A little bit scared and facing the challenges the bike can throw at me. I'm chopping my own firewood and I'm cooking my own food out here. Let the adventure continue. Good morning, all my beautiful people. Another day, an opportunity. This is the project for today. Taking 𝐼RA with a connecting sledge, because I need a lot of gear for this project. It is for the moment minus 27 degrees. It's going to be a little bit warmer in a couple of hours, minus 20 I think, so that'll be good. A good challenge for today to see if I can survive this night. So this is the luggage setup. Because it's very cold outside, I need a lot of gear to be able to survive out in the wild. So you can see in the back of my bike here where the luggage rack is. I connected this one, and then my dad, the hero, he welded this steel thing, these pieces here. This is the same as a sort of a snowmobile sledge, but a motorcycle. So if I fall with a motorcycle, whoop, the sledge will stay upwards. And then I'm gonna fit it right there. So then we attach this one. So done. And you see the sledge, it can move like this. What do you think? So I'm gonna pack everything, and then we're gonna hit the road. This day is absolutely stunning. I mean, it's cold, but it's so pretty. Blue sky. Okay. Get on. It's a lot of preparation when you're going in the winter. Ooh. Okay, let the adventure continue. Oh, it's so different to have the sledge behind. It makes a lot of sound because there's a lot of ice on the road. And of course, this sledge, you're not allowed to drive it on the highway or somewhere. I'm just going to take it on smaller roads, and that's it. I won't ride that fast neither, because I'm like Bambi on thin ice at the moment. I just tried this for several times. So we gotta take it a bit chill. Really? Okay. Perfect stop for me though. Then I can check the sledge. Yeah. Tracks here and the pulka sledge. Yes. I'm very happy that I have heated gloves as well and heated grips. It's the best combo. Otherwise I would freeze so much on my hands. Yay, here it is. This is where I spent my first night of this season. Yep, in that building. So idea right now is to unpack 𝐼RA, take the sledge, take the little wood I have with me and put it inside there. Hopefully there are a little bit more wood inside, I don't know. But I will go into the forest, take 𝐼RA, go into the forest, and we're gonna get some more wood. So that's the idea, so let's unpack her. we're gonna do first of all is to make a fire as soon as possible. Wow. This is a firewood. This is my home for tonight. No electricity, of course, no water, just a fire there, and yeah, seems like I'm gonna sleep here. Oh, there's some wood. Great, it's a little bit. Okay, let's start a fire. We have some fire steel, we have a knife, we just need some small stuff, some birch bark, the thinnest stuff we can find. It's really biting in the skin. Det biter I skinnet. Can't really translate that. Very, very good. It has a lot of character, this building. Okay. Alright, the fire is ongoing in the cabin, so I'm gonna take 𝐼𝐸 the sledge and we're going to get some wood. Wow! Oh, it's really slidey here, even though I have 2mm studs. Come on! So hopefully I can chop some wood, put it in the sledge and go back, and we have a little bit of wood for the night. Not the whole night of course, but for a while at least. You okay? Yeah. I'm looking for dead trees and we have one there. Maybe I can take that one. Here's the thing. In Sweden you're not allowed to cut dead trees or any kind of tree in the forest. You can take branches of the ground, that's okay. The thing is you need to have the landowner's permission to cut the trees. That is okay. And I know the landowner, so I can take a dead tree, maybe this one, because these ones are gonna be chopped anyway. That one, we have one there as well, but I think it's enough with this one. Yeah, let's cut it. Just by curiosity, I will use my axe. I will see if it works. If not, I have actually a saw. But I want to try the axe and see if it's possible. Is it possible? Can we do it? I don't know. This is my first tree I kept. And where will you land? Maybe this one is better, it's smaller. Whoa! Okay. There we go. I didn't need that. I'm exhausted and I am looking at the sunset and it makes me scared. Right now it's okay to be out in the forest, but when the darkness comes, that's another story. Then I get scared. Anyway, we gotta keep on chopping this wood and get back to the fire. Before we're heading back to the cabin, 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 has to get a cup of coffee. Whoop! Oh, wow! That is a great workout though. Whoa! This won't last the whole night, but it's something at least. I have a huge respect to the lumberjacks in the past, before the chainsaw and all that. I think the first chainsaw came around the 30s, 1930. But before that, it was the saw. But then you were usually 2 on each side, I think. But still, it is a tough work. But good practice. Oh. There's so many sounds here. Right now it's around minus 20 degrees and there are sounds of like a gun inside the forest. And in reality it's the trees that are cracking. And it's because of the cold. Yesterday we had a little bit warmer and today colder. So the cold is making the wood shrink and the water inside is freezing. So that's why the sound is coming. It's pretty fascinating. This sunset and the colors are just spectacular. I'm gonna see if I can get my drone going. Home sweet home. I'm gonna park her up here instead. That should be alright. Darkness is soon arriving. This is totally out of my limits, out of my comfort zone to sleep in this kind of cold and to be out in the wild alone. I mean, I've done it before, I've been camping, but not like this. So it's strange feeling. I'm very nervous, if I'm gonna be honest. Mostly because I don't know if I'm gonna freeze tonight. Hopefully not. My sleeping bag has the comfort zone of minus 30 Celsius, and I need to see if the battery would work for the motorcycle as well. That's one of the most important things, and that's why we're gonna go to the motorcycle and do one thing before I will go inside and make some dinner. So let's go and do that. I know this is a hassle to do this, but that's my only solution for now. And the idea is to take the battery inside and we gotta heat it up there. I will probably sleep with it in my sleeping bag, and I will put like a fleece jacket or something around it to keep it warm, and then hopefully it starts in the morning. No guarantees, but that's what we're gonna try. This is my sleeping pad. I had to buy a new one, a winter one. So this has you value it in different levels, and this is R7. It has feathers inside and it keeps me really warm. This is my massive military bag. The militaries in Sweden use them and around Europe. For the cold weather, the only thing, they are massive. This is not feathers, it's synthetic. It's really tough with this cold weather. Oh, wow. It's so important to have a fire going. Otherwise, you are dead in this temperature. I have a piece of clothes here and I'm gonna put it in this one. And then I will keep it in the end. My mind is playing tricks with me, tricks with me, tricks with me. My head is like a shopping cart, you can call it. You know, you put stuff in your mind. And when it gets dark, I start to fill it with a lot of fear and thoughts from the past. When I was watching horror movie in my teenage years, or like every sound becomes a story. Recently I heard a little bump right here. And I thought it was a monster. I'm really scared to look at the door. Oh, it's a fight. It's a fight. And my mind is believing in everything. And that's what I want to practice. But it's tough. And I guess that's the thing. You don't have to get rid of the fear. Just don't let it stop you. Just keep on pushing. Do it scared. Do it anyway. You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna cook some food. We have some chicken, marinated chicken. And we're gonna use this thing. Put the chicken here and then put it on fire with some potato salad I thought. And the marinade is just some grill oil with some pepper and some lime actually. I forgot to tell you about this place, what it is. This is called a firewood, and it's a small summer farm in the forest or in the mountains. And traditionally, families from the village, they came here with the animals, their sheep, their cows, and they let them stay here to eat. So they stayed here for the whole summer. Families together did really hard work. They had no electricity, no running water, just animals, the forest, and the hard work. I can't remember the age of this place though. I think it was somewhere in the 18th century. I will let you know right here. Look at this. Why does food taste much better outside? Let's see how cold it is outside. Let's see, we have it right here. Oh. Yeah, it's still minus 24. Great. Great. Woohoo! But I believe my sleeping bag is super duper warm. So in there, it's gonna be super nice. Hello. So, wow, that is so nice. Best idea ever. Oh. Last thing we gotta do before we hit to bed is to take this hot water and put it in my bottle. And then we're gonna sleep with that one in my sleeping bag. It will keep me a little bit warmer. Oh. Oops. This is almost boiling hot, so I will put a sock like this to not burn my skin completely. Oh, brilliant. Please, 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 ghosts and demons, let me be alone. Don't make too many sounds. I'm a very kind person. I have a battery right here next to my feet. Whew. My bottle of water, put it between my legs. Alright, last check. Temperature inside is minus 23.5, I think. I don't think you can see it, but 23.5. Oh, so it's gonna be minus 29 tonight, so. Alright, I'm gonna sleep and I see you tomorrow. I think it's just a car outside or something. And there's some sounds on the roof. I don't know what it is, but maybe, I don't know, a squirrel. I hope. Good morning. Oh. I've been sleeping on and off the whole night. I'm gonna talk about that soon. I'm just gonna get up and make a fire, but you don't want to leave this cozy sleeping bag right now. It's so warm in here. Fire, fire, fire. Whew. One night outside, check. But it was tough. And the tough part was that it was so many sounds. And you know, when the fire died, the house started making cracks. I think I had a squirrel or a ermite on the roof. Something was going around here, and then we had the car who stopped. Yeah, you know, in the middle of the night, it's a car coming here in the middle of nowhere. You start thinking, you don't have a lock on your door. But I'm sure it was just a person who was looking at the forest or something. Or just making a little cruise in the night, who knows. It was nothing to be afraid of. It was just my mind playing tricks. And of course it was really, really cold in the sleeping bag in the beginning, but after a while you heat it up. A sleeping bag is like a thermo. The thermo doesn't make the heat. It's what's inside the thermo that keeps it hot. Another reflection is that it was tougher than I thought. I was pretty cocky, like, oh, it's just minus 20, minus 25, should be alright. Wow, oh, holy macaroni. It is tough because your body is working so much to heat yourself up to survive. You're exhausted. I totally forgot about that. Because I had an idea that this house is going to be a little bit warmer when I put on the fire, but nothing happened here. Maybe 2 degrees it changed. Not much. The best moment is about to happen in the morning. First morning coffee. Oh, I'm getting cold again. It's because I'm not moving anything. I mean, I have a fire there, but I'm still cold. I would like to jump into the fire and just lay in there without burning. The moment of truth. When it's cold like this, the oil turns almost to syrup. So it's not only the battery that is the problem. As well, during the night it gets really thick, the oil. So we're gonna do one thing as well before we put in the battery, and then we will try it on. This is what we gotta use. You gotta use gas and a little flame. But just a tiny, tiny flame to heat it up from underneath. And then it goes a little bit into the engine and thicken up the oil a bit. Not like that. obviously. Just use a low flame. Yes. There we go. And here comes the moment of truth. Will 𝐸RA start or not? I'm doubting, but I hope so. And there we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes! 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 Thank you! You know, it's no guarantee that she will start. You never know. Depends the temperature during the night, depends on the oil. Okay, we're gonna pack it and we're gonna go back home now. Home sweet home. Woohoo! Thank you so much for joining the first episode of 10 Wild Nights. Enjoy my Patreon family or my YouTube membership for more exclusive material. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.